Okay, so a little bit out of order than what I normally do, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do every other even for right now, and then I'll record the every other odd later since I'm running out of time here. So, okay, so 2 and 15, 3 and 5, and 2 and 25, and 5 and 5. So this is 2 times 3 times 5, V, plus 2 times 5 times 5x. So what do they have in common? They have a 5 and they have a 2. So that's what's in common. So that's 10 on the outside. What am I left with? A 3v plus 5x. So I'm left with 3, a v, a plus sign, and a 5x. So my factored form is 10 times 3v plus 5x. Okay, do 6 now. So this is 3 times 5. So then I have 5 CCV as my first term minus 3 times 5 CCVV plus 5 CCVVV. Okay, so what do they have in common? They have a common 5. We have 2 C's here, 2 C's here, and 2 C's there. So what I have is a, color my C's a little bit better. Okay, so I have a 5C squared. I'm left with V minus 3V. Oh, I have V's in common. Just kidding. Gotta stop me for a second. V, and V. The reason why I noticed is because I started writing V's, and I'm like, uh-oh, there's V's in common. Okay, so when I have everything highlighted, then I'm left with a 1 minus, because technically this is being multiplied by 1, minus 3V, and then plus V squared, after I factor out 5C squared V. So my greatest common factor is 5C squared V. And then I'm left with, gosh, my handwriting is so bad right now. 5C squared V, 1 minus 3V plus V squared. Okay. And then not doing 8, doing 10. So then 2 times 5, 5 times 5. So this is 2 times 5 times Q. Minus 5 times 5 times Q times Q. So what's in common is a 5Q. So I can factor out a 5Q. And I'm left with a 2 minus 5Q. 2 there, minus sign, a 5, and a Q. So 5Q times 2 minus 5Q. And again, you can always check your work to see if you're doing it correctly or not by doing the distributive property. 2, 2, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, and 2, 2 and 6, 2 and 3. So this is 2 times 2 times A times A times B times B. Okay. Plus 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 AB plus 2 times 2 times 3 times A. Okay, so now they all have 2's. So 2 2's, 4, 4, 4. We all have 1A, and not everybody has a B. Okay, so 4A comes out, so I'm left with AB squared plus 4B plus 3 is what I'm left with. AB squared plus sign, 4B plus sign, and a 3. So 4A AB squared plus 4B plus 3. All right, 18. Okay, so H times K times N minus H times K plus h times h times h times n minus h times h, k, and n. All right, so do we all have an h? Yes. Do we all have two h's? Yes. So two h's are in common. All right, do we all have a k? No. Do we all have n's? No. So the only thing that's in common is h squared. Okay, so h squared, kn squared minus k squared plus hn squared minus kn. Okay, so h squared, kn squared minus k squared plus hn squared minus kn. Okay, that is my factored form there. And then one more, I think. Yeah. So 72 is back to me not wanting to break down unless it's a prime number, but 2 and 4, 2 and 2. Okay, so now, just so that I don't lose everybody, these are all my prime factors. Okay, so 36, 2 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 3, 45 is 5 and 9, 3 and 3, 9 is 3 and 3. So I have a negative 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times 3, m times m times m. That's in my first term. Plus 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, m times m. Then minus 3 times 3 times 5 times m. And then minus 3 times 3. Okay, so I think everybody's got 2 3s, and that's the only thing that's in common. So not everybody has a 2, not everybody has an m, but everybody's got 9. Now remember, this 9 that was there is technically multiplied by 1. So I'm left with a 9. I have a negative 8m cubed plus 4m squared minus 5m minus 1. So I'm left with the 1 minus 5m minus m squared, 4 plus m cubed, and a negative 8. So 9, negative 8m cubed plus 4m squared minus 5m minus 1. Technically, I could have factored out a negative 9 if I wanted to, and then all the signs on the inside would be changed. Okay? All right, and that is it for this lesson.